extra slow. Once you get to where you are going, well, you always have to kind of fight for that parking spot.
Isn't that frustrating? My goodness. And that's what's happening on the streets in Over-the-Rhine. In
today's Move Up Cincinnati, which covers transportation and growth in the tri-state, residents in OTR now have parking permits, which took years to implement. The city was supposed to start enforcing the new rules 2 weeks ago.
But 9 on Your Side has learned that enforcement did not begin until yesterday.
Transportation reporter Pat LaFleur explains how local feedback delayed enforcement.
Last December, people living in Over-the-Rhine could begin purchasing residential parking permits, but less than 2 months into the program, some are beginning to worry the $60 investment isn't yielding the enforcement they had hoped.
It was a program that OTR resident and community council member Margie Waller had been waiting years for.
So it's been an issue for a long time.
But after a month grace period, Waller said it became clear quickly the city wasn't enforcing the new rules.
I haven't seen a single ticket, and what I do observe is I'm pretty sure that some of my neighbors may not even be aware of this yet.
The plan reserves 500, or a little more than a third, of the neighborhood's on-street parking for permit holders. But losing those spaces has some in the business community worried about the bottom line. Just ask Kelly Adamson of the OTR Chamber of Commerce.
I think the fact that it's residential is being enforced 24/7 has negatively impacted the business owners, especially with their small business employees.
A city spokesman told 9 on Your Side in an emailed statement Tuesday that, quote, given some of the feedback immediately following the launch, the city decided to temporarily extend the grace period, and that formal enforcement began on Monday. But Councilman David Mann sees any delay in enforcement as a problem.
It's been a month without any enforcement, so we don't know what we have. Frankly, I just think we should all just take a seat, let the new program operate for a while, and if it needs to be tweaked, we'll tweak it.
Everyone agrees a compromise should be met, but it remains uncertain how long the city should test the current rules.
Our small businesses, you know, a day-to-day is very fragile. I think it needs to be something where we could collect data, but at the same time, really need to be quickly pulling together a compromise.
For Waller, the city needs at least a couple of months to fully implement and test the new rules.
So there are a lot of unanswered questions to me here, like why wasn't the business community engaged by the city in this conversation? Why don't we have all the signs and all the meters in place? Why isn't the enforcement happening?
Now, meanwhile, the city is still selling these residential parking permits as stakeholders continue to debate the details. For now, reporting in Over-the-Rhine, Pat LaFleur, 9 on Your Side.